is, so say we wanted to find a cash stream that would be equal to $100,000 in the hand given a discount rate of 5%. So what you can do is you can try out different numbers, and the answer is $152.16 per week for 20 years. Okay, now what I'm trying to illustrate here is this idea here of what an annuity is. Okay, now an annuity is a series of equally spaced equal cash flows. Now, it's different from a net present value, because net present value often are different amounts, but having said that, finding the present value of an annuity is the same as finding a net present value in many respects. So an annuity, an example of annuities, a hire purchase. If you go and buy yourself a car or a stereo, generally you pay the same amount of money each week or each month, but equal time periods, equal amount of money. That's an annuity. And the other one is mortgages. When you buy a house, you tend to get equal amounts of money, equal times. So we need to know how we can find out these different things. So what we need to be able to do is find out annuities on Excel. Okay, so first of all, we want to be able to find the present value of an annuity. And so that's like we're given a series of cash flows. We're saying, okay, you can get $100 a week for the next 20 years. What's that worth to you now? So that's where you would use the PV function, and it's called the present value of an annuity. Now, there's a strange little thing about Excel, is that it gives you a negative result for positive inputs. Now, nobody's ever been able to explain to me why this is the case, but it's what Excel does, and I blame accountants because they're usually responsible for strange decisions like this. But what we have to do is somehow make up for it by putting a negative sign in so that we don't get confused. Okay, so the thing you use, the arguments you have are rate, number of periods, payment, future value, and type. So that calculates the present value of an annuity, or FV is like the present value, it finds the future value of an investment based on periodic constant payments at a constant interest rates. So you've got your rate, which is your discount rate for the period, and you've got to be a bit careful about that, because if it's 10% per year, you're going to have to divide it by whatever number of periods it is per year. So if it's monthly, you divide by 12 and so on. The number of periods the annuity is paid, so again you've got to multiply it by the number of years by the number of periods per year, and then the payment. So the next two parameters are optional, the PV and the type. We don't use those. We always assume that payment's at the end of the period.